What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Wiley Show. I want to talk about Funky Dineva. Funky Dineva got caught up in some controversy when he said he feel sad for a person that is have attraction to children. And I'm reminded of an email that he sent me when some drama was going on with one of his friends, and apparently the friend backdoored me and sent the email to fucking Anita. And fucking Anita sent this to me on August 15th, 2020. And he said, "There is no need for your messy ass to be sending my brother an interview request so you can start mess on social media and try to create drama where there isn't. This is my brother, and we are playing around with one another. Try again. Ugh." And so when I saw that comment, I just want to say to the fact that he is trying to say he feels sorry for a person that wake up and have an attraction to children that don't act on that attraction. When he said that, I said immediately, y'all need to watch out for fucking Dineva. And let me tell you, anytime somebody said they feel sorry for a person that violate children or thinking about violating children, having attraction to children, a natural attraction. That's what he said, natural attraction. It is not natural to be attracted to children if you are an adult. That's not a natural thing to do if you are an adult and attracted to children. So when he said that, I immediately said, ugh, why did he put that comment out? So, of course, me being a reporter and being a media person, I reached out to some of his subscribers and they were telling me, Wiley, he always thinks out the box. And when he thinks out the box, he have to make things be known and he try to go off the deep end. I said, sister, do you have children? She said, yes, I have 3 kids. If your boyfriend said to you, well, I don't I feel bad for like people that have a natural attraction, adults that have a natural attraction to men. How would you feel? Would you feel comfortable allowing that person to live in your home around your children? And that person said no. So when I heard that comment, I immediately said, ugh, because it's just disgusting that he put that out there. And we get it, fucking ain't even trying to go on tour, fucking ain't even trying to make his coins, and I guess he's trying to be controversial. But when you say things like that, it's protect your children. Because the first thing I said was, I did not misinterpret what he said. I heard his comments, and it's a perversion, it's nasty, and it's wrong. And I think anybody that's around him that have children should look at him and give him the side eye. We have to understand that in this situation, and we're going to talk about Sydney Star situation, and I said this publicly, in Chicago, there is a plethora of people in the LGBT community that date underage minors. I was around that when I was coming up in the gay scene in Chicago. I've known this guy. His name was oh, should I say his name? Okay, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say his name, but he had a gay family, and he would date underage boys. He would allow them to live in his house, and he would always say, "These my gay kids," and he was sleeping with them. He was sleeping with them and stuff like that. And then it was one guy. He was underage when they were dating, but then he got of age and he got infected with the house in Virginia. He got infected with the disease, and so he decided to jump in Lake Michigan, and he committed the S word. He literally jumped in Lake Michigan, and he lost his life. And I will never forget it because I got a phone call years ago. They said, "Wow, we need to find him," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, we were just around him. We were just around the guy, at the movies." And I thought everything was fine. They said, "No, Wiley, he's been missing. We need to do something." So I was all on my Twitter. It was Twitter back then. I said, "Let's find the guy." We was doing hashtags. We reached out to WGCI. WGCI reached out back to us and said, we're gonna make a post. And then about, I would say, a couple of days later, we got a report. I believe it was the Sun Times. They wrote a report and said that that it was a young man that was found in a body of water in Lake Michigan, and that was happened to be one of my friends. But again, that spirit was going around. So Sydney Star, I'm not shocked or surprised because I've heard rumors about Sydney Star. I've heard rumors and I've seen her around a lot of, underage people. And she would always say, "This is my daughter. This is my son." She would use these terminologies. And so I'm not shocked or surprised that she got caught with a 13-year-old boy. I'm not shocked. It didn't surprise me. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so shocked. But one thing I can say, and I'm going to say this, it does not, the behavior that Sydney Star portrayed, it does not reflect the behavior of the LGBTQIA community as a whole. That is a Sydney Star problem. That is a Sydney Star problem. What fucking Dineva said, he feels sorry for grown people that's attracted to children. That is a bad reflection of fucking Dineva. That is not a bad reflection of the LGBTQIA because they don't represent the community. They represent their evil, demonic selves. Did I say that correctly? Okay. Did you see so Santana being quiet on the creek with the little girls? Oh my gosh, I didn't. I heard about it. I didn't see it, but even in my situation with Sauce Santana, I'm like, I feel just weird behind it. Don't get me wrong, I like the song, but I don't think no little girls, no kids should be participating in that type of record. That's just my humble opinion. And I also saw a video. The woman was posting. She was like, "Man, my kids going back to school. My kids going back to school." And they was cussing. They was throwing their hands around. They was listening to rap music, cussing, and it was just all that type of stuff. And I saw that. And I said, and then I saw the mom, and she said, "Yeah, the reason why my kids don't wear no seatbelts. You don't wear no seatbelts when you listen to rap music." It was just really foolish. But when it come back to fucking Aniva, I told y'all, I said, listen, his behavior, just watch. It may be a scandal about fucking Aniva coming out very, very soon with the behavior that he described on his show. Don't get me wrong. He have a lot of supporters. A lot of people like watching fucking Aniva. A lot of people go on his show. A lot of people buying tickets to go see him at the city winery. But I pose a question: why would you follow someone that had that statement? Now, you could be like, well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask him a question. I'm like, fucking neighbor, what did you mean by that statement? Because people kept saying, now it wasn't people saying what he said was disgusting, it was wrong. Michelle Atiele said it was wrong, and it was wrong. But I want to know, did I get something wrong about that statement that he said? Because we all heard the same statement. And I would play it, but fucking that neighbor don't like me playing his content, so we can't play his content. But we did hear those words of what he said about being attracted to children, and when he made that comment on his page, I immediately was disgusted by what he said because it was disrespectful for what he said. He should have said anything like that. It's disrespectful to people that have children. That you, as a black old man, he is almost in his 50s. I think he's in his 40s or something, right? He'll be in his 50s in a couple of years, and yet he's making that type of statement. And that, to me, that ain't right. In my humble opinion. I'm just being real with you. That ain't right, in my humble opinion, of the statement that he making. That's just not right at all. And I'm just keeping it all the way real. It's not right. Hey, I see y'all in the chat. When I saw that, I said, "Oh my gosh!" When I tell you that ain't right at all, that is not right. And I said, God, you know, we as people, when people make statements like that, have to really be cautious as a person and really look towards that. You really, really, really have to be cautious. Now, in other news, child, now this is coming down the timeline. Y'all already know that Armand Wiggins got this restraining order against this particular person that's stalking him. Now, I'm gonna share this, and I know this is gonna get out, but the guy, the stalker, the stalker, the stalker posted something on his community wall. And let me see if I can read it. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. Uh, Let me see if I can find it. What he wrote. Child, this is a lot. It's up against 71. What? This is the stalker, y'all. This is the stalker. So where is that? Okay, I think he deleted the post, but Armand responded to what the stalker said to him, and he responded this. He said, "You have continued to harass me even after the restraining order. Please leave me alone. This is a complete lie. I never waved at you, tried to speak to you in any capacity, and you know this. Leave me alone. The only reason I saw you is because you were standing in front of my section when my friends and I were being escorted into the club." Okay, so that's why I say you have to be very cautious. And again, that particular person had a restraining order. I tried to tell him when he was on the show. I said, "Listen, bro, I don't think you need to be talking about Armand Wiggins because you're gonna wind up getting arrested." He cussed me out. He said, "Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. He's getting himself in trouble." So I just had to put that out there for some news that y'all can use. They say he need to be arrested for case 71, and they're trying to call themselves minor attractive adults. Still sound gross. Yeah, it sounds gross, and it's not right. And that's why you got to be careful who you have around your children and stuff like that. That's why I told my nieces and stuff like that that you know to get an education. Don't be just dependent on a man to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have the bread and stuff like that. I always tell my niece, get an education. I always pride them on education because there's a lot of dudes out here that's weird, that have a lot of weird behavior. And I tell them, I always do it. And I've always, and you have a good example of making sure I'm in school, making sure that I'm doing something, having a show and doing entrepreneurship and all that good stuff. Because you just got to be careful because it's just weird. They wanted it to add it to LGBT, and they said, no, what? Not 71, but how old is he? Y'all say he's 71? No, but how old is fucking Dineva? I think he's like 45 or 46. Let me see. They said it sounds very inappropriate, very suspect. Protect the children, please. Well, yes, protect the children. How old is fucking Dineva? Let me see. Let me see how old is fucking Dineva. Oh, he's 43. He will actually be 43 tomorrow. What? Okay. Okay. They said it sounds very inappropriate, very suspect. Protect the children, please. He's like 71 or 74. You tried it. They said, hey, y'all. So you just have to definitely be careful. Mm-mm. And I said, listen, I said, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna talk about it and get it together and bring this up on the platform. But as when I saw that post what he made, I was disgusted by it. And I said, y'all definitely got to be in trouble with it. They said OG 43. Well, that's a really hard 43. Oh my gosh. Not you saying that's a hard 43. But yeah, yeah, so that's what he had. Like he posted something on his channel and he said that he feels sorry for those that have attraction to that's attracted have a natural attraction to children. I'm saying, now wait a minute. There's no such thing when you're an adult and you have a natural attraction. That's not the natural about being attracted to a child. You're a grown adult. And so when he said that, I said, whatever you tried to do to clean it up, it sound bad. You shouldn't have ever made that statement. It's crazy when he made that statement. And I said, you know what? Let me call him out on it. Let me call him out on this and let him know this is not good. Now, would it make people look at the LGBTQIA community in a certain light with statements like that? Yes, because you have people that believe that Funky is this representative of the community, and LGBT folks don't have we don't have the way out or the cop or the opt out of being judged as a collective. So yeah, so it would be people that definitely be judged. They said it's like saying I feel bad for yeah. An actual attraction is where he went wrong. Absolutely. He's just sent him to make that statement, but will a person believe that he's saying that is because he have a natural attraction? I'm just saying maybe that's probably why. Hey, I'm conflicted because he said that, but when Sydney Star did what she did, he slammed her. He is very harsh with Sydney, but I do understand what he said doesn't mean it was right though. Yeah, it just ain't right. It's just nasty what he said. It's just really nasty. And what he said, let me see if I can open up the phone lines. Um, phone lines. I think I can open up the phone lines. Let's see. So I may get somebody that want to call in. Oh, do I remember the phone lines? Let me see. Let me see. Do it. Okay, I got it on the screen here. Let me do this. If anybody want to call in and give their thoughts about that, you're more than welcome. Okay, do that. Now, there we go. So if anybody want to call in, I'll type the number in. They said, I remember being a young teen and I was hit on so much by older men and women. Shocker, they were all white. Yeah, even like it was a lot of women. It was one girl was saying that she was young and she was she was trying to defend Sydney Star, and she said she remember when she was a young girl and she was a teenager and she was being fast and she was getting it on with adults, and she said she's not trying to take up for Sydney Star, but she said she remembered that she was like getting it in with adults at a early age. That is what she said on the platform. Now, what Sydney Star did, it was 1,000% wrong, and I do believe she needs to serve a long time in jail, at least 20 years for what she did, um, because you can traumatize the girl. And then something else traumatizing. Why did I tune in to X and I saw T.S. Madison? I saw T.S. Madison um, adult entertainment stuff. When I tell you it was disgusting, I'm like, who? Like somebody must have like hacked her website. Regardless of what it is, they kept posting her videos. And this is on X, you guys. This is on Twitter. And I saw it and I said, oh my gosh, it was so disgusting. Like her butt had dents in it. It was so disgusting with it. And I was just huge, it's just disgusted because it was just down my timeline and they kept posting it. They said, oh, I know better. I got to get out of here fast. Right. They said, and regardless of the stalker, you can't help crazy. It seems like he has an attraction to her mind or he wants the last life. Those who want the last life are dangerous. Yeah. So when I saw that on his page, I said, now why is he saying this? Like, why are you worried about this? Like if somebody get a restraining order and say, Wiley, you can't talk about this person, just don't talk about it because I've been in situations where I had got a restraining order because I was still all considered with family. I was making posts all on social media, cussing and all that. And so they got tired. I was calling them hundreds of times. I was going through my mental problems. I'm a little drama child. But once that paperwork came and that police said, you can't talk about them, even if she allowed you back in the house, you can't do it because you got the straight up. We will arrest you. And so what I did was I started talking about it for those 2 years. This was years ago. For these 2 years, I couldn't talk about them. I didn't make no subliminal posts. I didn't make none of that. I just didn't talk about them. Now, when the 2 years was up, I resumed to tell my story, but it was not. I learned that if whatever you post on social media can be used against you, whatever you post on text messages can be used against you. So, that's how that go. But I do remember what that judge and what the police told me, and then what the judge told me said, you can't talk about it for 2 years and stuff like that. Now I could have fought it, and we could have went to court, and we could have fought it and stuff like that. But because I didn't have the resources to get back to um, the place, I was like, no, I didn't have the resources to get back to the place. So that's just how that goes. Have the resources and all that. Hello, Rico, that's you.
Yeah, what up, though?
Hey, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm glad I can finally come into the show. I can't type in the chat, but I just wanted to come and let you know I'm watching and listening to you since I can't type in the
Oh,
chat.
thank you. No, thank you so much
I'm
for
just,
watching.
of
I
course.
want to I want to
So
ask
what's
you a
been going
question
on?
though.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to ask you a question because you was talking about King Roman. What happened with you and King Roman news? I saw
Here we
that
go.
post. I
Yeah,
mean,
because okay, so I was over there at Lemon's the other night, and Lemon was drunk on his birthday. He was high. He was tipsy on his birthday, right? So we already know. I already know that Lemon has a crush on KRN, which is perfectly fine, whatever, right? But he tried to like throw that in the mix because he know that me and KR, big head side missing tooth bitch in Baltimore. Um, that me and him don't like each other right now at this point. So let me be a messy. He threw the picture of when he met King Roman and Shaquem on his road, whatever, in Vegas. So he threw the picture up and said, "Yeah, I met King Roman. I like when King Roman come my pad doing blah blah blah." And I said that you got a crush on him. Okay, that's cute. He got a nice piece and whatever, but she's still a queen. So he heard that and he got offended by it. And so he's saying that I brought my mom here, my mom on drugs, me and my mama smoking drugs and shit together in my apartment, a 2 for 1 special and all that type of shit. So I called into his show and I had to let that bitch know. Oh, excuse me, because I'm sorry. But I had to let him know that no, don't try to twist your story into mine. That is your story with your mama being a drug addict and being a crackhead that you cried to me about in that car, and that he told on his own live stream before he became popping like he was. So let's not forget your own story and try to switch it up and deflect on me. No, let's not do that. Because my mama is an alcoholic. Your mama is a drug addict. So that's how that came up about.
yeah, because when I saw that post, I said, "Oh, y'all must have said something and stuff." Because I saw that he had went live, and I said, "Let me ask Rico what actually happened and stuff like that." Because I know you and King Roman, y'all have your own history about it. Because I believe that y'all met. Y'all were
Hmm.
cool. Y'all fell out, and he did his own little doxing and stuff like that. But I'm glad that you were able to explain to your situation, or like what happened with you and King Roman and stuff like that. So, because I saw that he had one live, and I said, "Well, what happened? What happened?" Because by the time I saw the live, it was already ended, and I'm like, "What time step did Rico get on there?" So I saw you over there with Lemon. So I was like, I want to know if you're gonna respond. And you was arguing with this other guy. So I was like, oh, it's a lot of drama. But I'm glad that you was able to give your point across with him and stuff like that. But hopefully one day, that y'all get
No,
back
we
to
would
being cordial.
never
Never get
know.
back to being cordial.
Never. Never. If I ever see him like on site, I like it's a fist fight on site. It's nothing to be said. It's nothing to be explained. I just need a good fair one with him. That's it. Um, no
And
getting
that's
back to
funny you
him.
said that Lemon got a crush on King Roman. I mean, we all, like I told people, I said Lemon is in the closet. Like he like men, and y'all just don't know the women that's so desperate for him. Because when he was on my Instagram, he have all these mutual people at my Instagram, and they all like gay people that's mutually on Instagram. So I'm like, he just needs to come on out of the closet. But that's just my humble opinion.
Right, but he say that he not. But we already know what time it is. Like
Yeah,
us
we already know
people,
what time it is.
yeah. So but let me be playing games. Oh shit. Hello,
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear
You hear
me?
me? Okay,
Can you
yeah,
hear
cause
me?
my
Yeah.
yeah, I hear you. Yeah, cause my phone had went to a different tab. So yeah, he just be playing games and shit. So I just let him do whatever. But
Yeah, let him play the games. Let him play these.
yeah. So but he's messy and he knew what he was doing. So he know he called himself. He said he a fuck nigga. So that's how that interaction got started because he knew that that was going to bring up and start some shit with me and side missing tooth in Baltimore. And so and I said they belong a good couple because they both missing teeth. Lemon is missing his front tooth and King Roman is missing his side tooth. Two matching bitches together.
Oh
Right.
no! So I gotta get my side tooth replaced and stuff like that. And he didn't get it replaced because King Roman. I thought he was running for public office because I saw him taking a picture with the former press secretary, Biden former press secretary.
Mm.
So I'm like, wow, okay,
I don't give a damn
okay,
about his status or nothing like that. Evidently, his job ain't doing so good. He back on here.
yeah. So yeah, so
I'm gonna
that's
leave that alone because I'm gonna say my roasting and gags when it's time and needed for him. Because I'm not done. It's definitely not over. So the more that he keep poking at Rico, is the more I'm gonna keep poking at him. And that the court case is over with. Ain't got nothing to do with no dog, no nothing. This is what's up. And so I'm
all
gonna just
right.
keep
So thank
going.
you for calling in.
You welcome. And I want to hear what's going on with you on Funky Dineva. What's the tea with that? What's the tea with that? Because I
Well,
went
it
in his
wasn't no
chat
tea.
yesterday and
It was
was
just a
trying
comment
to
that he made.
go in his chat and ask what was going on. He knew what my comment, but
Well, no, it was just a comment that he made. He made a comment saying that he feel sorry for adults that have a natural attraction to children.
I have a who?
So that's what he said. So, but there's no tea with me and him. It's just I just disagree with his statement.
Okay. So I got to catch up with that. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna be in your chat or whatever. I can't type. I don't know. It's a YouTube error,
Yeah,
but I'm
because I
here.
told you you're not blocked or anything like that. Maybe you need to subscribe and unsubscribe and subscribe back.
I
Because
did. It
Cause
just
no, I
still
don't
won't
have
work.
nobody blocked. I don't even have King Roman blocked. I don't have nobody blocked. Everybody is able to be in the chat. Even the trolls, I unblocked everybody. Because when I got out of jail, I unblocked everybody. So yeah,
Okay, well, I'm glad that you're doing good. It's not like you're a little down though, but I hope you're doing good and stuff like
yeah.
that.
You know, like when you rebuild your life, you gotta get it, but you gotta get it. But thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome, Stacey. Enjoy the rest of
Okay.
your show. And shout
Yeah,
out
you
to
too.
all the producers. Okay, throw
Thank
some
you.
beer emoji in the chat.
Yeah, so that's how that goes. I see y'all in here. I see y'all in here. Hey, Chocolate, Tasha, Kimberly. I see Tasha in here again. Oh, she the moderator. Let's see. Queen B More, love Jeremy. You see you. I see you in here. I see SAG is age. Okay, I see you in here. T1000. I see you. And I see you, Natasha. I see you. And it's not that I feel bad, so it's just like where I'm at, I can't be like really, really, really loud like myself. So you know how that goes. Oh, let me take this number down. Hold on. I got this number up here. Take- Oh, AW. Hey, y'all. Hey, Natasha. But yeah, I told you I'm so glad I'm back on again. I just thank y'all for y'all support. You know me, anytime somebody come on the show, if there is a mess or something, I immediately bring up the mess and I'll be like, hey, did you send this post? You know, because you will never know if you're ever gonna have them back on the show. So what you do is you bring up the comments. So when Rico came on, I said, well, let me ask Rico about King Roman because I did see it down my timeline. Yeah, so that's just how the show go. Yeah, it's so good to hear from you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I didn't forget about y'all being on members only. I told you I gotta do another members only. Um, we gotta pick a book because the book that I'm reading right now is called The Harlem Wedding, and it's really, really, really good. I'm on chapter 26 of that book, so we gotta do another members only soon. So do that together. Yes, you definitely got to be a little messy because I'm like, if I see them on the show, I'm like, hey, let me ask a question. I will not forget. So I was invited to go to Atlanta years ago, and they had me in this room, and I was a part of the press. You know, the press, the media, and it was one guy on the panel. It was two guys on the panel. Um, well, one of the guys I remember was Brandon Carson on the panel with his former co-host or cast member. So he was on this show called All About Him. He was the main character, but then he got fired and replaced by another guy. So I said, Brandon, how do you feel getting replaced? Um, getting replaced by your castmate. His head was down. He was like, wow. And the reason why I asked the question is I wanted to know, you know, as media, my job is to ask the question that the public want to know. And then the host of the event said, we're not going to talk about that, which we're going to move on. I said, okay. I just wanted to know. I, I didn't feel bad. Nobody made me feel guilty about it. I said, my job is to ask the question that the public want to know. So, yeah, T1000, welcome, bro. You good? Just pray for me. Just pray for me. I go back to my psych doctor, my therapist next week, so just keep me in your prayers. So I just want to make sure I'm going through my notes. So I'll talk about Sydney Star. Let me say this about Sydney Star before I get up out of here. There is no excuse. Von Von Ray interviewed Sydney Star. His interview went viral. Wait a minute. He did? Hold up. Let me see. Nobody told me about that. Give me a second. You must talk about years ago. Because all the stuff that's on this page is his music. Yeah, that's all the stuff that's on here is his music. Yeah. Oh, it was a while ago. They were using clips. Yeah, because I remember he went on the show. She went on his show years ago. Let me just say, when Sydney Star, what? Remember that rapper you interviewed years ago? He do X content now. Who? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. And we got a special guest that's coming on Friday. So he has dreads and real skinny. He must be talking about, was he dark skinned? I don't want to say nobody's name. I don't want to say nobody get their name wrong. Because there's a couple of rappers I interviewed that's doing X content now. He dark skinned. I can't. Okay. Hmm. Well, I get it because most of these rappers are not making the money. Most of these rappers they're not making the money. I know a friend of mine is doing music now, and he said he ain't making no money. He about to go back and doing OnlyFans. It is what it is. I thought about doing OnlyFans, but I was like, once you do it, ain't no coming back to it. And I said, no, I don't want to do no OnlyFans. I do not want to be taking now my clothes off for no coin. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. It ain't worth it. Yeah. But I know somebody else that I've interviewed, I've been on their show. They told me personally, Wiley, I'm done doing OnlyFans. I don't want to do OnlyFans no more. OnlyFans is crazy. I'm done with OnlyFans. And they backed on OnlyFans. Um, you asked me about the young. I didn't watch it. I'm not. I don't watch his content, Storm content. I don't watch Young Pharaoh. I feel like he need to stop doing drugs. He destroyed his image on YouTube. Like he was making thousands of dollars on on YouTube. And I will never forget it. He said, y'all donate because I'm going to sue YouTube because they banned his channel. So they gave him about $250,000. It was about $250,000. I know it was a lot of bread. He took that money and he smoked it up because he said he was going yeah, he got a lot of them drugs and he be kind of psychotic a little bit in my humble opinion. hmm And then he started interviewing them CIA people. You got to be careful. He was trying to expose the CIA. There's no telling. No, he didn't win from YouTube. His followers donated money to him to um donated money for him to fight YouTube in court. So he took the money and he smoked it up. Hey Kiki, hey AW, I see y'all. He smoked it up and he just had his mental problem. And I never get it when Tasha K interviewed him. He couldn't even stay on topic because she was like, you reading all these books and all this knowledge. I do believe he's smart, but once you're doing a lot of drugs and you're not taking your medication, you just have these rapid thoughts, like almost like 1,000 a minute. And I never forget it. When I was going through my psychotic break, I would talk about 50,000 topics. I would not stay on topic. I'm just talking about all this stuff over and over and over. And when I would talk about it, and stuff like that, it would just be crazy. Yeah, now he have long nails and extensions. I hope he be okay. He just gotta stop doing the drugs. He just gotta stop doing the drugs. Once he stopped doing the drugs, he'll be much better. That's all he gotta do. Hmm. So that's what story he interviewed him. I didn't watch it, y'all. I told you this a lot of people I do not be watching. Yeah. Okay, y'all, but this was a good live today. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Be back over here. You never know when we're gonna go back live. I do want to say this. Storm said stay in. Storm said stay in the gay space. I do want to say if you want to be added to the text list, please send add us on there. We 773-641-8742. And I will send you the text. And I thank you all so much for the phone calls that you all was giving me. Thank you. And I love that. So thank y'all so very much. They say I do like his. No, I'm not gonna forget. Don't forget about us. I'm not. Um, usually like his print nails. I mean, I don't have a problem when a man wear nails. I don't have the issue. If you want to be a man to wear nails, I don't have the issue. I don't have the issue when a man wearing pink. I don't have the issue of a man wearing purple. I don't have an issue for a man wearing thongs. I don't have an issue because I'm like, it's just clothes. I'm not that involved into what a person is wearing and is that wrong? Because who said you can't wear pants? Who said you can't wear pink? Those are just man-made up labels that say you can't wear this, you can't wear that. Because let's be clear, if you even go back to the Bible, there was a time where you couldn't even, we weren't even wearing clothes, we were naked. And when Adam and Eve, when they were taken from the fruit of knowledge, that's when it came up with them being clothed. So, and now we got to put on clothes. But in today's world, some things are more female assigned. Yeah, that could be. But but it haven't always been that way. No, I won't date a Sauce Santana. He's not my type. Ew. He's just not my type. And it's not because he wear nails. It's not because he got a toupee or baby hair. He's just not my type. They said it's striking to see it on a masculine man. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. They said the long they doing wigs with beard. But I used to wear a wig. Let me see if I can find a picture. Hold on. me see if I can find it. Oh no, that ain't it. See, I used to wear the makeup, the beard, the hair, the fishnet shirt. Oh Lord, I used to do my Queen of the Cross-Eyed Diva. You said I think she should make a cameo. Okay. She should talk to Funky. Mm-mm. I ain't bringing that character back. I'm not. Mm-mm. I am not. Mm-mm. Yeah. Well, okay, y'all. Thank y'all so very much. And we'll be back on the next episode when we be back. Thank y'all so very much. And I'll explain to y'all why we have to speak low. Is I'm okay, but yeah, I'm just trying to find a good place to do the lives. So y'all keep us in your prayers. Thank y'all for so much for your contributions of viewing, liking, and sharing. And we will see you on the next live. Little black boy, you beautiful little black girl, you are enough. One time's get hard, always remember to put God first.